which is if there's a woman here and she thinks that she's got a boy, then from what it sounds like, is he somebody that you think is worth waiting for? Or is it not worth it, even though he may be showing a little bit of interest to do the work or sometimes taking accountability? What would you say to that?
I never tell anybody what to do with their life because everybody's on their own journey. But I
Yeah.
can say the things that I've learned about people and human behavior. Because what I really do, my specialty, is really uncovering what drives people to do what they do. Why does one guy say, you know what, I'm going to lose this woman. I got to step up. I've got to change. And another guy goes, you know what, go. I don't care. I'll go find somebody else. So it's really understanding what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
In my journey, I was with the equivalent of a boy, which girl, right, who was emotionally unavailable, who I thought if I just loved and I just support her because she had a lot of issues with her upbringing and her dad and insecurities and all that. And she was a wonderful, wonderful person. She like worked with people who were brain injured. And so she had this big heart, and that's what I saw originally.
Yeah.
But then her insecurities, her fears came up, and it made my life a living hell. And I thought, hey, if I just loved her and I just supported her and gave her what she never had, she would see the light. And she was telling me she wanted that. The problem is she wasn't doing her work.
Wow.
And so after that, I said, you know what? I want to be with someone who doesn't have to change to be the person I want to be in love with.
Yeah.
Like I want the person who's naturally that person. I want the person who's naturally emotionally healthy. I want the person who's naturally vulnerable. I want the person who's naturally courageous. I want the person who naturally comes from a solid family, who can be a healthy relationship partner, who values family.
Yeah.
And so my philosophy is that it's your life. If you want to expend a lot of energy hoping somebody's going to change, then knock yourself out. Look, Gene Simmons changed. It took him 30 years.
Yes.
If you want to be with a guy and invest 30 years of your life hoping that he's going to change, then knock yourself out because it's your journey. But what I espouse is that, because here's the thing, is that a person very often won't change until there's pain in their life. Yeah. And so if a boy is enjoying being enjoying being a boy, and it's working for him on some levels, and that's who he is, that's his identity, there's no incentive for him to change. So very often just walking away and saying, no, that doesn't work, will give that boy the opportunity to go, uh-oh, you know what? This isn't working for me. I need to change. I don't want to lose that person. So my philosophy is if you want to stay with someone and cross your fingers hoping they'll change, knock yourself out. But my advice is simply go find the person who naturally is a man and who can naturally give you what you want in a relationship. Because one of the things that blows my mind, everybody talks about getting a guy and catching a guy.
Yeah.
But what happens once you get him? Right? There's this thing called life. Right? There's pandemics, there's financial, there's health issues, there's family issues. And if you don't have the right partner by your side, then ultimately the stuff that life throws at you is going to create cracks in your relationship. And ultimately it's going to destroy you if you don't know how to communicate and work together. So